Okay, hey guys, me and my family tried the charcoal mask for the very first time last night. We made it like a fun little family night and we did charcoal mask together. It was my first time also using Mary Kay's Clear Proof charcoal mask, yes. I have not used charcoal mask that much throughout my life, maybe a few times, but I'm just not sure if I ever used the specific charcoal one. So this had a essential oil in it. I believe it's eucalyptus, and I really like the smell of it when it went on. So here's my husband applying it. He said that he originally has dry skin and that his face is often irritated because it's dry. And so he's applying this generally all over to his skin. Shout out to my husband and my son Jacob for helping me do these, participating and being willing participants in this charcoal mask family night thing with me, and just kind of being guinea pigs and, trying it out so they could see for themselves. I thought it was really interesting that my husband was willing to try it. I tried to give him the mask applicator to put it on. He thought that was too feminine, so he's like, no, I'm just going to use my hand. I'm like, okay, no problem. That's fine. So I had him wash his face with Mary Kay Men's facial wash before we applied this charcoal mask. So I also had my son wash his face and lather it up with the Mary Kay Men's facial wash. And I had both of them kind of just once they were done with the facial wash, I let it dry for a few minutes before we actually applied the charcoal mask. All right, because that is how you're supposed to do it. So I heard a lot of people that use this charcoal mask for like their teenage daughters, that it's really popular for that, so that they get like breakouts, that teenagers get like breakouts. So I thought it wouldn't be a bad idea to try it on my teenage son. He already has pretty clear skin, but you could say he collects a lot of grease and oil on it though. So it was interesting to see how it came out on him after we were done. So even if you think you have clear skin, what I learned with him is it can get even clearer and cleaner. So, okay. And then, so here you have me applying the charcoal mask. So one thing interesting about me, you can't really see it in this picture, but whenever I turn my head, like right there in between my eyes, on the upper part of my nose, I've got a pimple. It's one of those big stubborn ones that they're like they get big, they stay for a long time, they kind of hurt. So one thing interesting is when I applied this mask, I had that pimple. It was kind of in the beginning stages where it's real stuck, thick, deep under the skin, stubborn, doesn't want to come out, and you definitely don't want to pop it. So I applied this mask, let it sit for 10 minutes, just like, me, my husband and my son. So we let it sit for 10 minutes. And then what I noticed, and you'll see in just a few minutes in the picture, is, oh my gosh, it made my skin, I love the charcoal mask for one, first of all. Just assessment, so what do you think? How does it feel?
It feels good.
Soft? Silky?
I don't know about silky, but it's soft.
Okay. Does it look different? Does it look brighter or more radiant or more creamy?
I don't know what brighter is when I'm Hispanic, but
there's such thing as brighter.
But I mean,
Hispanics have different shades of skin.
My skin is soft, but I don't know about brighter.
Okay, and do you like the softness? Does it feel good?
Yeah. My face is not irritated.
Nice. So, here's the final product. What do you think? Good. What do you think? What's different?
My face is clear.
Clear? Okay, how? You can see brightness better, or?
I had a lot of, my cheeks were very red. Now they're not that red, not that much red.
Okay.
And I can't really see, what is it called, freckles or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Oh,
really see them that much.
So it cleared up some freckles? Nice! And how does it feel?
It feels good. Right here, it feels a little weird.
Soft, silky, smooth, rough? How does it feel?
It feels rough right here, but the up here feels smooth.
Okay. Silky or no? Like soft or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. So back to what I was saying. So after we did the masks, I did my regular night routine, which is the Mary Kay Voluform set, the nighttime repair, and then the lifting serum and the eye cream with the silver cold tip. So that's what I'm doing right now. But this was after the charcoal mask had a few minutes to dry. What I was going back to saying was that after I use the charcoal mask, of course, it's unique in its own way. It does its own unique thing other than the different other skincare products by Mary Kay. The charcoal mask, I used it for the first time last night. Oh my goodness, I love it. There's a big difference. There's definitely a difference in not using a charcoal mask and then using the charcoal mask. My skin is softer. It's more radiant. I had to sleep overnight, and then I woke up the next morning. And the pimple is now more on the surface and more red. Okay, so you can see that in just a second in one of the pictures. But I wanted to use this as an illustration to show you guys, because there's a misconception going around everybody with these charcoal masks. There's a confusion, a misperception, and like a misunderstanding. A lot of people use the charcoal mask and then they say they break out more, so they stop using it. That actually is what it is supposed to do. It's back to what I was saying. So after we did the masks, I did my regular night routine. If you have acne, I don't really have acne, but I just suffer with frustrating pimples every now and then, and dry skin. But if you've got acne, eczema, psoriasis, if you kind of struggle with any of those things, you have to use the charcoal mask many times in order to get your skin to a right place where it needs to be, and then you might need to use it consistently. So that is the misperception that happens sometimes, and I just wanted to point that out. It means it's working because my pimple came to the surface more. As you can see right here.